Hey guys, good morning. I had a very full last week. It was nice. Thursday, my son's aunt, the youngest sister, his father's youngest sister, is going back to Texas. So, it's like I call her my little sister. She invited me out to this place called The Lobby in Elizabeth off of 1 and 9. It was really nice. But she wanted everyone to meet up at 11 o'clock. And us older ones, her older sisters and family members, they're like, we got to get up and go to work in the morning. My bedtime is like 9, 10 o'clock, 11. So I don't know if anybody else did, but I know I went home, took a nap, and got back up and left out. When I got there, I was like, okay, this is cool. It was really nice. She had a little area and section where we were seated. They had bottles, lights, cameras, and so we're partying with these 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds, or have you? I don't know if any of them were 30 yet, but we had a good time. My other sister came, which is my age, older one, and then her aunt was there, and we're all like family because I've been in the family, it's Donovan's father's side for years, so I still go out to the functions and so forth, and we just had a good time. The music was nice, it was a mixture. It was a good setting. Everybody loved on each other. Like, I've been feeling that lately. I've been going to like a lot of events and functions where everyone is like coming together and loving on each other, and it just feels good, because sometimes when you are like deprived of that for a while, we don't just get any type of attention, or you just don't feel loved or welcome or whatever the case may be. I think it takes a toll on you after a while. It really does, and I think that's why it's important that we do love on each other and that we able to deal with whatever we're going through, so we can be capable of doing that. Because when you're going through something on the inside, or you're worried, or you're stressed, or you're unhappy, that's where your main focus is, and you won't be able to give anything to somebody because you don't have it to give, or you're incapable of doing it. So that's why I'm definitely with this whole healing process. I'm definitely with this whole taking care of that stigma, this daddy issues thing. But it is an issue, and a lot of us are not addressing those issues because we're angry and we feel like, what, if we don't address it, it'll go away, or it doesn't mean that much, so fuck it, you know what I mean? But it affects your interaction with people. It affects how you feel. It affects how you react to things. It affects how you think about things. If you're always negative, or you always have an idea about a person, like I've said in multiple videos before, like I never had respect for men. After a while, it just kind of felt like, oh, they're just excuse me, they're just liars. They're gonna cheat. They're gonna, when things get too rough, they're just gonna leave. They're not gonna fight and sacrifice for you, for themselves, or it's just, to me, I never even walked into like dealing with someone or in a relationship like that's gonna be my husband. It was like, you're just here for right now, for whether it's companionship, whether it's for sex, whether it's for whatever. And I was cool with that. But I recently just had to learn how to to be humble about things. I recently had to learn how to just, regardless of what's going on, to be able to get closure is what I had to work on. I had to work on getting closure, because one of the things that they talked about in getting closure is you have to have a conversation, especially if it's closure with someone else. Like I need to get closure with my father, and I needed to get closure with a certain relationship. So it took me some time to gather my thoughts. It took me time to, I constantly kept going back and forth with myself for like weeks. Like almost a month has passed already, and it was like, should I do it? Should I not? Should I clear the air about some things, some confusion? Will it make a difference? What's the use? You're gonna get something negative out of it, and I just think it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. So those are the thoughts that were going through my head. But then at the same time, that's like what they call the lower vibration of yourself, or like the negative side, or the little devil sitting on the side, like, no, just no. And sometimes it's not always something negative, or like the devil inside. Sometimes you need that push, or you need that someone to yank you out and be like, listen, wake up. Let's not even stress over this job, or let's not stress over this situation, or let's not stress over this person. So sometimes you do need that. But I just wanted to clear the air about something and make an amends with people, whether it's good or bad. And you're gonna be faced with those voices, like, why don't do it. But I'm still figuring out how to deal with closure, how to deal with healing, and all of this stuff is so new, but it feels good. It feels good because you never realize how strong you are. Like, I never realized how strong I am and was until just recently. I had a problem with handling my emotions because I'm very emotional, to the point like I would shake if I get too angry or too upset, and I feel like I couldn't breathe, and my ears would ring. It would be like a whole transformation. Like, I used to compare myself to the Incredible Hulk, because it's just like, I can't hear nothing, I can't see nothing, I don't care about nothing. I'm gonna have to wait till I calm down to even get clarity on what is going on right now. But for right now, I'm ripping everything the fuck apart. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And I think, and I guess that's what a lot has wow, that makes sense, because they say you attract what you are, and I still couldn't sit with that. I'm like, how the fuck I'm attracting this type of attitude, you know what I'm saying, or this type of person? Like, I'm not like that. But actually I was, and I knew that, but I don't. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm learning, and like I said, when you peel off layers, you can be like, oh shit. You're gonna have to admit to yourself that I need help in this area, because I'm not good in this area. And it doesn't mean that that there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you're weak. It doesn't mean that you we put so much stigma on people that are different. And it's always like, oh, you have a problem, or you bipolar, or you're schizophrenic, or you're manic depressive, or you're depressed. Now, yes, you may have those symptoms, but that's not who you are. Stop letting people put stigmas on you and label you as you're being this type of person. Because no, I'm not. I'm this type of person because of this happened to me, of this situation, or because how I feel, or because how I think about things. So, I still get worked in that area. And I get upset, and I still get frustrated a lot of times, and I sit, and I talk to God, the universe, your higher self, whatever you prefer, and I say, why am I feeling like this though? Like, what am I supposed to really be learning from this? And I'll get this answer, well, how do you feel about this situation? I'm upset. I'm upset that it didn't go this way. I'm upset that I'm still feeling like this. Like, I don't want to feel down. I don't want to feel angry, and the response you get is, well, how else would you know something is out of alignment? How would you know if you deserve better? How would you know that this is something that's not beneficial to you, your soul, your spirit, your mind, your emotions? How will you notice if you don't feel a discomfort? If you're always comfortable, you're just going to stay there, and you're not going to even grow from your current situation. So it all makes sense, and it all makes sense. But one of the hardest things I had to do is definitely get closure, and definitely just make a phone call that I knew was way prolonged past due. But I just felt like I needed to reach out and speak to this person, and just let them know that what really happened, because a lot of times people make up their own ideas about a situation. Some people you can be talking about a family member or whatever with somebody, and somebody will already have their judgments and things going on, or it's just and it just, a lot of things just gets blown out of proportion. So I just wanted to let this person know that where I was wrong at. I felt like you need to always admit your faults. Sometimes it's okay to let somebody know, like, listen, I made a mistake. I should have went about it this way, I should have handled it this way, and it just appeared like, I don't care, or that, I don't give a shit, but that really isn't the case. sometimes, I mean, really, time even just gets out of your hand. And you just keep, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into another week. And it's just like, holy shit. Let me stop myself and just walk in this ball of fire and do what I need to do. But sometimes we just have to understand that even doing those things and getting closure and reaching out to people, whether it's a mother that, you never got along with, a brother, a sister, or a father, and maybe they not, a lot of people are not connected for some reason, and maybe they're not going to receive what you're telling them lightly, or maybe they may be nonchalant about it, and we're scared about that. Like, gosh, I don't want to talk to this person about it because I know they're going to curse me out, I know they're going to be disrespectful, they're probably not even going to give a fuck, and now I'm just going to be, here looking like a goddamn fool. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all feel that way. I felt that way. And it did happen that way, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I didn't want to worry myself saying, damn, I don't want this person thinking, even if they don't believe what I said, but at least I said it and got it off my chest. At least I know I just did my part. At least I know, listen, I dropped the bag off. What you do with the bag is up to you. You know what I'm saying? Once it's in your possession, whatever happens from there is up to you. So that was just my thoughts, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And always realize, like, even like with, my dad or whatever, I don't know what he's going through. I don't know why he is the way he is. I don't know why he's disconnected. I don't know why he feels the reason to treat people the way he treats people. I don't know why. But I had to stop being angry at him and understand that there's something deeper than this so superficial, motherfuckers just ain't shit, men ain't shit, fathers ain't shit, deadbeats and all this other stuff. It's something so much deeper, because nobody is born angry. Nobody has that type of, no one is born like that. And nowadays, people are not speaking and cutting each other off for things that are like minute. It's not a problem. It's no like thought about it. Even sometimes, like, even how I move, it's like I don't even fight, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And that's some things I'm looking to. I'm peeling off another layer, and it like hurts because you have to admit some shit. But yeah, I really don't fight for much as far as like even relationships or maybe whatever. I just feel like it does make me feel weak. It makes me feel weak to say, listen, I want to hear your voice. I want to see you, or I need to feel you, or just your smell or your scent is just could take my mind off of things. Like, I don't think people understand how they impact other people, or how their presence is so needed. And maybe sometimes we're just not vocal enough about that. I know people constantly tell me about, Marty, show a more vulnerable side, and I'm working on that. And I just feel like, I'm trying to think now. I just lost my train of thought, but yeah, maybe you need to be more vocal about that. And me personally, I just feel like a person should already know from just being around me and kind of sensing me, like I'm there. I like them if I don't, but I guess it's another area I need to work on, because I don't fight for anything either. Like, I don't really be like, listen, let's just really make this work. Let's whatever. I'd rather take the, I guess, easy way out as well and just be like, fuck it. But I get mad at people who do that. I'd be like, you ain't even fighting for me. Like, you really don't care about me. But like they say, you are what you attract. So, wow. This last relationship, like, I learned so much. When I say I'm learning so much about myself, I'm learning so much about where I still need work at. It's amazing, but I'm glad that, it just feels like just something just bust into me and just went in the atmosphere. Like, that's another layer, another piece lifted off of me. But it's great to know that I still need to work on some areas. So humble yourself a lot, be honest with yourself, and, make amends with people, regardless of how it may turn out. And don't keep just carrying around so much of that baggage. Like, get that closure, because that closure is like giving you clarity and everything. And just continue to love on each other. You're not going to always be the best. You're not always going to be on the same level. You're not going to always agree. You're going to disagree. And people's not going to always be who you want them to be. And that's just something we just have to accept. But get that closure. It's okay. Because you're learning more about yourself. It's just, this is just getting so deep. I'm just thinking and feeling at the same time. But all right, this video is long enough. All right, over and out, y'all, because I got to get to work because this is my last week at this job, and I'm going to be starting my new position on Monday. I'm excited. So things are just happening. Like I'm enjoying it. It's emotional, but I'm built for it, I guess. Forward tough. All right, y'all. Over and out.